Hey guys, it's Peyton and today I'm going to be talking about 6 books that I really want to read for this spooky season. Now some of these are like paranormal books and other ones are more fantasy or sci-fi. Anything that I personally felt that was on my shelves that gave me that spooky season vibe. I was trying not to buy new books and reading what I already have because obviously I have way too many books and I keep buying too many. I don't know if you can relate. It can be a bad cycle of buying too many and I can't catch up with my reading. So shit. Before we get into this video, make sure to like this video. It helps me out a lot. And comment down below what books you have been wanting to read for this spooky time season. So the first book on my list is Ghost Squad by Claribel A. Ortega. I actually got gifted this by Abby M. She's a lovely subscriber. Thank you so much for this book. This is a middle grade, and if you can't tell by this gorgeous cover, it looks adorable. I cannot wait to dive into this. So this book takes place right before Halloween, and Lucily, I don't know how to pronounce that. Lucily, I don't know, I kind of like it though. Lucily and her friend Sid accidentally awaken malicious spirits. And all of these spirits are creating chaos where they live. St. Augustine. And if you can't tell, like the cover has all these ghosts all over the place. And this book is actually compared to Coco and Ghostbusters. And I don't know much about Ghostbusters to be honest, but Coco I watched this year and it made me sob. Oh, I love that so much. And it did have a lot of ghosts in that movie. You should just watch it. I'm not even gonna explain that movie. You just need to watch it. Like, it's freaking good. It'd be perfect for Halloween, I feel. They have to join forces with Sid's witch grandmother to fight back against these little ghosts that are going crazy. And they have to reverse the whole curse that they somehow set on the whole town to save everybody. My friend Brittany from Brittany Books actually recently read this book and she recommended it to me and I just knew I needed it. The cover drew me in, and when I found out my friend enjoyed the book, I was like, okay, I need this in my life. And it's just the perfect little Halloween read. I can't wait for it. You know, you can find some scary books, like legit scary books, and then you can find Halloween Town-esque books that give you so much warm and fuzzy joy. Dang, I love some Halloween Town. Let me know down below if you love Halloween Town like I do. Like, it's the best movie ever. The next book I really want to read this spooky season is The Fifth Season by N.K. Jemisin. Now, this is like a sci-fi fantasy book. It's an adult book. It is the first book in a trilogy, and I've heard such raving reviews about this. There's this video from Elena the Great where she talks about why you should read this trilogy. It's really well done. She makes great videos about diving in deep for books. This book is about the world ending, like several times, I believe. But this book is when it happens for the last time. Like, the world is officially ending. Our main character, Asun, one day comes home to find her husband murdered and her daughter and son kidnapped. Meanwhile that happens, there's this worldwide empire that completely collapses. So I'm assuming this has a lot to do with why the world's ending. And this empire has created innovations across the world. They like fall apart and are killing thousands upon thousands of citizens. And that all happens to serve some crazy dude. It says a madman's vengeance. So sounds like we have a dark villain that is up to some shit in this book. And apparently a great red rift has been torn into the heart of the earth, which is going to be spilling ash all over the place, enough to darken the sky for years upon years to come. Not only is Asun dealing with her freaking children being kidnapped and her husband dead, she has the whole world dying and flipping out all around her. There's no sunlight, there's no clean water, there is very little supplies left, and apparently a bunch of the nations are battling with each other for the last of the supplies just for freaking survival. Like, it's not about power at this point, it's about survival. And our main character, Asun, doesn't even really care about this shit. Like, she just wants to get her freaking children back. That's all that matters to her, and I can respect that. And this might be a bit random to put on a spooky season TBR, but I feel like fantasy or dystopian vibed books just give me like a dark and gritty vibe. Like, they're scary, they're terrifying. Characters' true selves really come out when they're placed in these horrible situations. Their morals pop out, and the real person behind the mask, the layers that they show everybody, comes out because they just need to survive and they'll do anything to do that. The next book I really want to read is Crave by Tracy Wolf. Now, I bought this book fully having intentions to make a whole length reading vlog about how this is a wannabe Twilight book. If you look at this, it looks like a Twilight book. I have seen it several times in stores. It looks like Twilight. You know, this could be some really good trashy shit that I might enjoy. I will be doing a reading vlog, at least eventually, hopefully coming soon. And if you haven't noticed already, this is a vampire book. And I'm so excited because the description... Okay, let's just explain this book real quick. The main character is now attending this academy, and it looks like this guy named Jackson Vega is there. And I think this academy might be a bit supernatural, like people know that. And our main character is immortal, she's human, but she's among like gods and monsters. That's what the description says. How dramatic. And apparently this Jackson Vega is a vampire, obviously, and he hasn't really felt emotions or sympathy for anybody in hundreds of years. And I'm sure our main character is trying to pull up Bella and being like, yo, you're gonna fall in love with me because I'm amazing. Okay, like I have a feeling she's trying to crack his hard exterior. Okay, that could be taken the wrong way. And our main character is trying to see what's broken in him. She wants to fix him. That's literally what I'm getting from this description. Like, she's like, I can help you. Just join me. So the book describes him as a really scary dude. And when she's trying to open him up, like break his walls down, it could be possibly really dangerous. Who knows what this danger could be? Maybe it's just to her. Maybe it's the whole world. He's just gonna go kill everybody. I don't know. You know, it could be trash, but it could be some good shit at the same time. And this is like a book that came out this year. So it's like a new vampire novel, and I really wish vampires were more like modern. We had so many vampire books back in the day, but a lot of them are super cringy and cheesy. I want some crazy vampire books, some really hot vampires that are actually scary, you know, the Vampire Diaries vibes, like they actually scary. They actually have some cool powers, but they hot too and get in romantic relationships. The next book I want to read is The Devouring Gray by Christine Lynn Herman. Now, this book I was supposed to read last year for the Stranger Things readathon. It was the first time we did that readathon. It was the group book, and I didn't do it. Obviously, it has been compared to Stranger Things for a while, and I can definitely see why from the description. So apparently there is a beast that is haunting the woods in this town. And it looks like there's 4 teenagers who are kind of put to the test and have to... Oh, I didn't mean to do that. This is family friendly. I don't know what just happened to me. Oh my god, the darkness from this book just overcame me. So they have to take this monster down. I'm pretty sure there is some queer characters in here. I think there might be a female-female relationship in here, which would be nice to see. These 4 teenagers are actually like from the founding families of the town, and I guess they're not really believing people about how the monster is killing people or something is killing people, but then bodies start lining up and they're like, oh shit, let's go into the woods and investigate this shit. So that sounds pretty spooky if you ask me. This is probably like the perfect book to read in October. Out of any of the ones on this list today, this one is the one. I really want to love it like so much. I want to fall in love with this, and I believe there's a second one as well. Hopefully I read this, fall in love, and then buy the second one and cry, because I love to cry. Okay, the next book I want to read is The Beautiful by Renee Ahdieh. This is another vampire book. I am trying to bring vampires back over here, okay? I miss them. I've been rewatching The Vampire Diaries, so I'm definitely in a mood, and I really want to do a whole reading vlog of me reading vampire books. So this book is a little bit historical. It's set in 1872 in New Orleans, and it seems like this city is ruled by the dead. Like, it sounds like vampires are everywhere down here. Our main character, Celine, fled from Paris. She used to be a dressmaker, and she actually found New Orleans, and it's kind of like a sanctuary for her. Even though for some people this place is dark and scary, they'd probably be dying because there's vampires killing them all. Okay, she's actually taken in by a group of girls, and she's enjoying everything about the city, like the food, everything, the music, everything is vibing with her. And apparently there's a lot of crime and she's kind of invested in it. Like, she's kind of intrigued. She catches the eye of the ruler of this underworld in New Orleans named Sebastian, and I'm assuming he's a vampire. Please let him be a vampire. He has a vampire freaking name. Sebastian? That's such a vampire name. It seems like one of her friends freaking dies. The body is found near Sebastian's lair. She's battling her attraction with him with her suspicion. So, like, she low-key thinks he killed her friend, but she thinks he's hot, so, like, it's okay. And more bodies keep piling up. Like, it seems like a common theme in this video. Bodies keep piling up and oh shit moments happen. And she continues to suspect him, and it seems like vampires start to be brought up. So yeah, fun times. I've heard a lot of mixed things about this book. Some people really love it. Some people say it's really slow and just boring. I'm really hoping I'm one of those people that become absolutely obsessed with it. Please, bookish gods, let me love this book. That's all I freaking want. I literally have an arc of the second one on my Kindle, so I could just dive right in if I want to. The next book I want to read is Serpent and Dove by Shelby Mahurin. And this book is very controversial. I feel like people either hate this book or are absolutely obsessed with it. The second one, Blood and Honey, just came out, and I've had this on my shelves I think since Christmas. I know it's about witches. It says a witch and a witch hunter. So 2 years ago, our main character Louise fled her coven, and now she's in this little city hiding. She's a witch. She is trying to survive, and it seems like the areas she's in, witches are actually like hunted down. There's witch hunters. You know, that's not good. She doesn't want to be burned at the stake. Who wants that? And it seems like she comes across this guy named Reed. I think he's a witch hunter. He freaking hates witches. I think he wants to kill her, but I think for some reason they have to join forces. You know, like, I try so hard to understand book descriptions, but it's there's only so much I can do. Sounds like they have some freaking romance, and I've heard it's a little bit weird, a little bit hot. I'm intrigued. I want to know what's going on with Reed and Louise. Seems like there's gonna be an internal battle because he hates witches, she's a witch, but they're starting to fall in love. How do you deal with that? Like, he literally freaking hates you for who you are. That doesn't sound like a healthy relationship. I refuse not to like this. Like, I want to like this, so I better like it. Will any of these books actually make me scared? Probably not, but will they give me that Disney Channel original movie Halloween shit that I want? Probably. I feel like I'm gonna get those vibes. Even if the book tries to be scary, I'm probably just gonna laugh. But I'm very excited. So that's it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you're hoping to read this October, this spooky season. Like this video, comment down below. Have a good day. Please subscribe. Make sure to follow all my social medias, which are linked down below, and go click the bell button, which is right by the subscribe button, which you should have already clicked, and goodbye.